Yo, Q, what up? Yo, Q,
Man, I'm keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome
Let's get it.
to not just music, where we keep it real and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth from just honest.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Duan Barrino from Not Just Music Podcast. And this is our new segment called From the Bottom. From the Bottom has a lot of meanings that it could take, and one could come up with on their own from the bottom. But the from the bottom that we're speaking from is from a very big standpoint of being at the bottom. Like you might be running, this might be your first time, starting to exercise. You might be running, you might be walking, up the sidewalk. You might be on a treadmill right now. It could even be something as if in, your health is depleted. You're hanging on by a thread right now, literally. Sometimes I know it's like, what can you do when it's like, if it's a life-changing, altering moment? What are you going to do? Are you going to let that situation like beat you up? Are you going to like sit there in sorrow, be sad, whatever, or are you going to like really be a stand-up individual? Are you going to take charge? Are you just going to, are you going to stand up on top of that thing and be like, you know what, I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat it. I mean, even if it's like a thing of like death, if you're like, you got to realize dying is not a bad thing. The older I've gotten, I can understand that's a journey that we're all going to have to take. Everybody's going to have to die. But there's pride in everything. There is good in everything. There's excellence in everything, even in your worst moments. Even in your worst moments. Like a lot of people may take time to sink in. It may take a life-changing situation for it to sink in. I mean, it's going to happen. Like I looked at a moment when just recently for the past 2 years, I've been dealing with something with my skin, with my face. I used to have a whole full beard, I felt like I had the perfect beard. It was like it had grown, and then out of nowhere, boom, I hit this roadblock, and then my skin just literally, my face just like literally shedded all its skin. Wherever my facial hair was, it was gone. Now, no hair. And I had to deal with this for 2 years. But finally, as of at the end of 2023, officially, my skin finally is almost completely healed. Realistic moment, But I didn't let being at the bottom hold me back from anything that I was trying to achieve. Like even starting this podcast. I started this podcast in the midst of not even knowing what my skin was getting ready to do. And the crazy part is like I had to be prepared to sit in front of cameras and do all of this stuff and try to continue life as, as it's supposed to be. But I know sometimes people will see me hiding. I hide behind masks a lot. But at the same time, like it really made me feel a certain way about myself. But thank God for family. Thank God for my significance. Thank God for all of those times when I felt like, I just wish I could just push a button and all of this just go away. But it kind of it put me in a very humbling situation at the same time. It helped me realize you really can be at the bottom and be on top of everything else and still have to deal with both of them at the same time. Like literally, you could be at the bottom and still be having to manage life. You still have to get up, go every single day, take care of your kids, take care of your family, make sure everybody's straight as in every single day, but you're still battling that thing that you're going through. Seriously. I think I heard Tim Ross and Mike Todd talk about this. It was like one of those situations of you literally can be right in your success and still basically be carrying all of the weight that you already had. Meaning don't expect to be great without dealing with all of the things that you have already been dealt. You might as well keep working, keep going, keep moving. Because the thing is just learn to, that's what I'm basically saying. When you're at the bottom, you really have to learn that it's a mentality that you have to have. It's not the money that you have to have. It's the mentality that you have to have. If you're not willing to have that mentality to go, God has already given you the strength. The biggest gift you already have is you're waking up every day. Even if you wake up in that situation where you're sleeping in your car, whether if you're sleeping outside somewhere in a shelter, wherever you're at the bottom, that's the gift you get every day from God. You're looking for that monetary value, that money value, more so than anything, yes. But at the same time, you can't go get the money until you wake up. So a lot of this stuff that we go through daily with our mentalities, we really have to do better. That's the first thing. We have to learn to be happy. Get up, be happy. That's the rejoiceful thing that you can do. Because with a good mentality, with a good head on your shoulders, when you get up from resting, because what happened yesterday is gone once you go to sleep on yesterday and wake up, it's a new day. A whole new day. A whole new 24 hours. You might already halfway be into a 24 or a good quarter or a tenth of a way into it when you wake up, but at the same time, you had that opportunity, you had that chance. So the biggest thing is, I'm saying, and this is just introducing this segment from the bottom. I gave you an open moment for me, and I'll give you more open moments like this. But the biggest thing is you have to own up to a situation where you're at. You can't allow a situation to really stop you, even if you have to ask for help. That's really one of the biggest things too. Ask for help. Don't be scared to ask for help. If you're scared to ask for help, you're never going to get there. Never going to get there. So, like I said, if you're listening to this right now, just remember, you're not at the bottom alone. Listen to what I'm saying. You are not at the bottom alone. Somebody is willing to listen. Somebody is willing to talk. And if you do need help, hit us up at Not Just Music Podcast, or you can contact me directly, Duan Barrino, CEO at DuanBarrino.com. Or if anything, like I said, notjustmusicpodcast.com. Hit our contact info. We're right here. We are willing to listen. We are right here. We are willing to listen. All right. And again, this was just an introduction, and I hope somebody can feel inspired by it. Somebody can, pass it on to somebody that would need this. At the end of the day, it's about helping people. A lot of us is right. A lot of us are at the bottom, even though we have money, but still, a lot of us are still at the bottom. So again, keep that good mentality. Keep that good vibe. Remain happy. Even if it's hard to be, if it's hard to smile, I get it. I understand. If you have to cry, get that cry out. But just remember, at the end of that cry, you should rejoice. Rejoice. You made it through that moment. You made it through that hurt. You made it through that pain. Rejoice. Be happy about it. All right. Love.